Police are investigating an incident in South Etobicoke. A man was shot and found with serious injuries. We'll take you to the scene in moments. A positive milestone for Ontario. More than 80% of adults have received at least one shot of a vaccine so far. More details straight ahead. And the Jays are revealing new details about their return to Toronto, including when tickets will be sold and what safety protocols fans will need to follow inside the dome. 8 o'clock, 27 degrees from 299 Queen Street West. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. Hello, I'm Christina Tenalia. A man is in hospital after a shooting in the city's West End. Police responded to Royal York Road at Lakeshore Boulevard at 4:30 and found the victim with serious injuries. There is no suspect information and nothing about the circumstances around the shooting. We will keep you posted. Meantime, over to Hamilton. A man is dead after a stabbing at a motel there. It happened just before 10 a.m. at the Red Rose Motel on Queenston Road, west of the Red Hill Valley Parkway. Hamilton paramedics tell CP24 they rushed the man to hospital in critical condition. He has since died of his injuries. A home in Thornhill has been completely destroyed by fire. The blaze broke out at an address on Lady Slipper Court near Bayview and Steeles around 6:30 this morning. It took crews about an hour and a half to get it under control. Luckily, no one was home at the time, but the fire gutted the home.
It's a very challenging ordeal at this point when we have damage that extensive. However, our investigators are trained and will be working in concert with the Office of the Ontario Fire Marshal Investigators. They'll be beginning their investigation shortly, and they'll be trying to determine using the tools and training they've been provided. But it will be a challenging one for sure when the damage is this extensive.
The family that moved in, we don't know. All I was concerned about, there's a guy in a wheelchair. He's going up and down every day. So thank God there was no one in the house apparently, so that's a good thing.
A local resident sent CP24 this video. He says he was out for a run when he spotted large plumes of smoke rising over the area, and he called 911.
I was thinking that there's smoke coming from the building on the top. I didn't believe that it was a house. And then I came near and I found, wow, there's a house. I thought it was a compound that was on fire, but it was not the compound, it was a house.
It's not clear how the fire started or if the home had working smoke detectors. The city of Barrie says its crews and emergency personnel have made significant progress with cleanup after Thursday's tornado. Roads and sidewalks have been cleared, and police will release the affected area in South Barrie at noon tomorrow. The Salvation Army will also start to scale down its local resource center over the next couple of days. Homeowners still face a lengthy recovery from the tornado. Dozens of homes have been deemed unsafe, while many others require repairs. A man is facing charges in a hit-and-run south of Kitchener that left 3 people injured, including an infant. A car and pickup truck collided in Norwich Township on Friday. The driver of the car, a passenger, and an 18-month-old child were taken to hospital. Police say the driver of the pickup truck left the scene. Investigators have arrested 41-year-old Julio Zari Torres of Stony Creek. He's facing multiple charges, including 3 counts of dangerous operation causing bodily harm. A man is dead after a farm tractor crashed west of Kitchener. Waterloo Regional Police say the tractor was pulling a grain trailer, that is, when it hit the side of a bridge in Wilmot Township and flipped on Friday. A passenger, a 64-year-old man from Fort Erie, was thrown and died in hospital. The driver of the tractor was not injured, but police say charges are pending. A driver was taken into custody last night following a vehicle rollover in Pickering. It happened on Spruce Hill Road at Welrist Street. A single vehicle was involved and the driver walked away without injury. However, police tell CP24 he was arrested for driving-related offenses. Police have released a photo of a man wanted in a sexual assault investigation in the Thorncliffe Park area of Toronto. 24-year-old David Simonik of Toronto is wanted for sexual assault and forcible confinement. Police say a man exposed himself to a woman in an elevator at 43 Thorncliffe Park Drive around 11 this morning. They also say when the woman tried to leave the elevator to exit, she was pulled back in and sexually assaulted. Simonic is considered violent and dangerous, and police say if he is located or if you see him, call 911. 8:05, 27 degrees. Over to weather specialist Patricia Jaggernaut. Do we still have any of these weather alerts in effect?
Yeah, we definitely do. Severe thunderstorm warning still at this time. That means conditions are imminent. They're happening now, but not for the GTA. Just slightly east of us, though. The conversation of our friends through the Belleville region, through Peterborough, the Kawartha region, Cobourg, Clarington. That's edging closer to Durham region. You guys are still seeing a little bit of that real mean-looking skyline and the storms within those clouds. So you will continue to see this well into the midnight hour. On and off in nature, we'll see those weather warnings pop up and drop off, pop up and drop off again. Heat is definitely a big factor here. The good news is where we had those weather advisories for the possible formation of funnel clouds for areas to the east of the core, that's all now lifted. That risk is no longer. 36 is what it feels like, a scorcher of a day for you in St. Catharines. The range anywhere from 29 to 36 right now. Around the Golden Horseshoe, your overnight stats serving you up another above seasonal night at 19 near 20. Rain again will stay to the east well into the midnight hour. And for your Monday, I flashed some lightning here in the back of this graphic as we could see an afternoon isolated thunderstorm risk and develop in the GTA for tomorrow. I will show you what that looks like on on a Futurecast. Tuesday's looking to be the most turbulent day for storm development. Thursday we'll see rain, but sun to start the week. I kind of gave away little bits of that 7-day forecast, but I'd love if you can stay with us because your extended forecast, full details so you can enjoy this first full week of Step 3. All the details will be coming up in about 15 minutes. So I'll see you then.
Now on COVID-19, Ontario is reporting 177 new cases of COVID-19 and 6 more deaths. More than 14,000 tests were processed since yesterday's update. There are 33 new cases in Grey Bruce, 32 in Waterloo, 22 in Toronto, 16 in Hamilton, and 12 in Peel region. A COVID-19 outbreak is growing at a long-term care home in Hamilton. 12 cases have now been confirmed at St. Joseph's Villa. That's up from 9 on Wednesday. 6 staff members and 5 residents are among those who have been infected. An outbreak was declared at the facility on July the 9th. It is believed the virus was brought into the home by third-party service providers who work in the hair salon. There's some good news in the province. The province has passed another milestone in its vaccination campaign. Ontario Health Minister Christine Elliott says more than 80% of adults have received at least one COVID-19 shot so far. More than 18.1 million doses had been administered across the province as of 8 last night. More than 134,000 shots were put into arms just yesterday. And the region of Peel hosted a vaccine clinic in Mississauga today aimed at those working in the transportation sector. The clinic at the International Centre provided first and second doses to truck drivers, taxi and bus drivers, as well as couriers and those that work for rideshare companies.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, that's so simple, so very good. The staff we look after very well, everybody.
How does it feel to finally have your second dose now?
Yeah, you feel comfortable, yes. You know, when you got a fresh vaccine, everybody like it. So we're very comfortable.
Everything okay, everything helping. Yeah, staff is very good.
For more on the fight against COVID-19 and the latest on vaccines, you can log on to our website, cp24.com/vaccines. 8:09, 27 degrees. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. A firefighter battling forest fires in northern Ontario has died. We'll have more on this tragic story coming up.
Where can you see hundreds of stars? Wherever you look on CTV Movies.
Sorry, can't handle your breath.
Hundreds of movies from past to present.
Bonjour! Beginning of a new age.
Trying to plan your summer escape?
The Batmobile.
Get all this, all totally free.
This scooter thing's out of juice. But for your life!
CTV Movies.
Does that feel good? Yeah!
Only on the all-new CTV.ca and CTV app. It's CTV and so much more. Stream anytime. Magic trick number 33. Now this is a good one. What if we could make the worst, least reliable part of casement windows just, oh, I don't know, Disappear? Guess what? We've already done it. Crankless windows. Find out more at magicwindow.ca. It's not really magic. It's just better, smarter thinking.
Sometimes it can be hard to understand what quality is. It's why the experts at Jameson put every product through 360 stages of quality testing and use pure ingredients. It's a high standard that's been upheld for almost 100 years. So, you can feel confident you're getting a family of wellness products to help take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. We're here for your health.
Some prominent Canadian artists and activists will be headlining an event honoring late NDP leader Jack Layton.
A stellar lineup. It includes William Prince, Sarah Harmer, Rupi Kaur, Julian Taylor, Asma Hussein, Stephanie Morel, Donovan Woods, Thomas King, Rafi, David Suzuki, Tim Baker, and Stephen Page, who's also helped us with the artistic direction for the event.
This is the lineup for the Celebrating the Layton Legacy event. It was announced on what would have been the politician's 71st birthday. It will honor Layton's life through music and poetry. It will be broadcast online on August the 22nd, the 10th anniversary of his death. Survivors of a former residential school in Saskatchewan were on hand yesterday as the search for unmarked graves got underway.
We were happy. We were a happy family until they took me away. This is where my little brother passed away. He was only 4 years old. They starved him to death just for hugging my brothers. They put me in a basement. They locked me up there. I didn't know if I was going to come out.
Crews rolled ground radar machines across the land where the Delmas Thunderchild Residential School once stood, about 160 kilometers northwest of Saskatoon. They'll survey 3 grids in search of potential unmarked graves. The school, which opened in 1901, burned down in 1948 and was reportedly overcrowded, with many students dying of typhoid, tuberculosis, and pneumonia. And an Indigenous community in BC is getting some financial help with its efforts to search former residential school sites for unmarked graves. The Howzit First Nation received $75,000 at a ceremony in Victoria. The money was raised through a GoFundMe campaign. It will help cover the cost of using ground-penetrating radar at 2 former residential schools near Tofino. The chief of the First Nation says the federal government has yet to reply to funding proposals that were submitted weeks ago. The wildfire situation in British Columbia is showing no signs of improving.
Had over 1,000 wildfires in BC this year since April. That's more than we had in the entire season last year.
More than 300 fires are burning across the province. Nearly 1/3 are considered out of control. Residents from several communities have been forced to flee their homes, while others remain under evacuation alerts. Officials are encouraging people to have an emergency kit ready and be prepared for possible power outages. And here in Ontario, a firefighter who was helping to battle forest fires in northern Ontario has died. The Ministry of Natural Resources says a contract firefighter died in hospital following a medical emergency in northwestern Ontario on Thursday. The ministry is reporting 117 active forest fires, most of them in the northwest region. Ontario has seen 724 fires this season, up from 414 last year. Overseas now, rescue crews are digging deeper into the debris after devastating floods tore through parts of northern Europe. German Chancellor Angela Merkel visited one hard-hit village today, where she called the damage surreal and terrifying. CTV's Danielle Hamamchin is in Germany with the latest.
We're in what's called the Eifel region, known for its mountains, its picturesque scenery, for its wine, and for villages like this one, Schult, population 700 and one of the worst affected places. It's here that Angela Merkel came today to see for herself the magnitude of the devastation. And just take a look. Look at the power of the water, what it did to this tree and to the homes here. Parts of the village looked like it was hit by an earthquake. One resident told me that he ran up to Angela Merkel to thank her for coming today, but to tell her, make sure the money is coming. Some of the residents in nearby towns and villages have just been walking over with shovels and buckets to help people clear the mud from their homes. There's heartbreak, there's anger in part because scientists did warn German authorities that severe flooding was going to hit this area specifically, but the warning system did not work. These were the worst floods in Germany in more than 200 years. And we know now that extreme weather events will be more common. The issue is that they want the country to be better prepared the next time this